Welcome to our last property market wrap for 2014. It's been a very busy year for all of us following the property markets, and I'm sure you're looking forward to the holidays as much as we are. We'd like to thank you for turning to us for your financial requirements in 2014. It's been a great year. This month's news is looking very positive. During its December meeting, the Reserve Bank of Australia decided to keep the official cash rate on hold at 2.5%. The board doesn't meet again until February 2015, so that means that the rate will stay on hold until then. Some analysts are predicting further rate cuts early next year, so we'll all be waiting to see if the interest rates fall to new historical lows after their first meeting. Summertime is usually a slow period in our property markets, and traditionally activity comes to a stop around Christmas. This year the spring selling season seems to be spilling over into the first weeks of summer, and activity in most of our capital cities is still going strong. Let's take a look at the last weekend in November, for example. Saturday, November the 29th was a bumper day for auctions, with over 2,565 listed and a national clearance rate of 68%. That's very high. Most of these auctions happen in Melbourne and Sydney though. Melbourne listed 1,325 auctions and Sydney 1,058, and according to the Australian Property Monitors, and both cities maintained very high clearance rates from previous months. On the same day, Adelaide had 100 auctions and Brisbane 173, where the other cities all seem to be slowing down in line with seasonal expectations. Now let's look at median house price growth. Well, if you're in the market to buy, then this is good news. The rapid rises in values we are seeing earlier in the year seem to have slowed right down. In fact, in the month of November, the combined capital cities showed a 0.3% fall in values, which is really nothing at all. It just shows that the values are staying roughly the same for the month. A few cities showed growth in November, but it was tiny. Sydney values were up by 1%, Perth 0.9% and Hobart 0.2%. Everywhere else showed very slight declines. Melbourne showed a biggest drop of 2.6%, which is about how much values went up there last month. Year on year, home values have grown by a healthy 8.5% over the 12 months to November 2014. Sydney's values increased by 13.2%, Melbourne's 8.3%, Brisbane 6% and Hobart 5.2%. All other capital cities showed a growth at 5% or less. The mortgage market is also looking very healthy at the moment. There are some very low rates and great special offers around. So now is a good time to talk to us about what's available for you. Well, thank you for joining us for the final market wrap for the year, and we'd like to wish you a happy holiday season and a very prosperous new year in 2015. And remember, if you'd like to talk about your property plans for 2015, we're here to help. See you next year.